Hello, everyone. Jumping in here, as you can see, in work behind the scenes mode, which is the whole intention of this series called The Imposter Files, which is a sister vlog to the Unworthy Leader Podcast, a podcast I launched about 45 days ago. Our whole purpose is to challenge that leadership is all about performance. Leadership needs to be about authenticity. And one of the best ways for us to do that is to normalize self-doubt and this psychological phenomenon of imposter syndrome. If you haven't checked it out on YouTube, Spotify, under the Unworthy Leader Podcast, I'll put links below. Remember to listen, like, and subscribe, because that's how I can take a pulse of which content is most relevant to you. And while you're at it, you can always leave a comment. So now we'll dive into today's topic of the imposter files. And the theme I wanted to talk about was this tension that can exist between servant leadership and being front and center. And this is something that's been very real for me in my career and through the process of creating this podcast. I don't really have a desire to be on camera every day. Can I do it? Sure. But do I really want to be on camera on social media where perfection is what's recognized and rewarded every day? Not really. But I do it because the message is important. That's the servant leadership model. And where I find it conflicting and this paradox, it's not about me. I'm doing it for everyone else. But at the same time, I have to be front and center. I have to be comfortable with being seen and heard. The most important thing is to reframe my visibility as a sacred responsibility. It's a commitment. It's not about self-promotion, even though one could view it that way. It's about how I can do better and impact the masses. If I'm always trying to be invisible, then how will people ever find me? How can this important message that's been put on my heart be heard? It can't. I invite you to consider those two things as you're looking at what you want to create in your life. And if you struggle with not feeling good enough or imposter syndrome, whatever it is that you're up to is so much bigger than we give ourselves credit for. When the spotlight feels like too much, give ourselves permission to be feeling that way so we can move through it and move on from it and grow from it. Because anytime we're pushing into our comfort zone, it's always going to feel uncomfortable, and we're always going to start to question our capabilities, our capacity, our skills. Please comment, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and listen to the podcast.